This is Machukanyarieko TV Talk Show, where we analyze politics and governance issues. We focus on national, local and international news. We examine the political way of our people, social and economic. Nyarieko TV Talk Show, the house of ideas.
Welcome to Machukanyarieko TV Talk Show, the house of ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, hoping that you are doing fine. I'm also fine, and today I want to focus on remarks made by Fred Matiang'i one time on corruption, and his question was simple and clear. Why is it that civil servants are never ready to fight corruption? Why is it that civil servants are never ready to fight corruption? And who are civil servants, by the way? But before I proceed, listen to what he had to say.
I came here specifically to ask you, Mr. Chairman, when is ISPAC going to join the war against corruption? When is ISPAC going to join the rest of us in fighting corruption in the public sector in our country? Because you asked me to talk about the role of professionals in effective delivery in the coordination of services. One role is that we must all join government and help my sister here, the Auditor General, and help my sister, the Controller of Budget, in fighting corruption. We will not preserve, we will not protect, and we will not prudently use public resources if we do not stand up and fight corruption in public service. The challenge of this country, let me be frank with you, my brothers and sisters, our problems, if you are to list them, number 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 is corruption, number 2 is corruption, and number 3 is corruption. They have nothing to do with all this. Yes, we want to fight poverty. How are we going to fight poverty if we are not fighting corruption? If we are losing public resources every day, if government is leaking like a sieve?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard what Fred Matiang'i said in relation to corruption. And this forms the basis of our political analysis today. But before we proceed, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, or you watch and you forget to like, kindly just give a like to this video. If you give it a like, it will reach more audience, and in this way we will be able to fight corruption together. Back to the discussions. It's some time since Fred Matiang'i gave this prophetic eye in relation to corruption, whereby civil servants, and when I talk of civil servants, I will be looking at those people, and to be more particular, those who are the controller of resources, right from presidency to the bottom of the pyramid. Those people who earn the covers money. And the question here is simple. Do these individuals aim at fighting corruption, or they are the pillars of corruption? I want to give one example of governance, and why you will find that most governors are working with the regimes, or the current regimes, or incumbent governments. Why members of parliament who are supposed to oversight the government work with the regimes? It does not need magic to understand this. It is because these individuals are corrupt, and because they fear to walk outside the government, even if the government is evil as it is, they always work with it so that the government will not take action against them because of their corrupt deeds. Look at most governors. They have done much evil in their counties, economic evils, corruption, nepotism. And many others. But so long as they support the government, the daily government, or the present government, they are left scot-free. But the moment you try to open your mouth, then you will see the anti-corruption bodies outside your home, offices, and everywhere. This explains why there are no checks and balances. This explains why Fred Matiang'i had this prediction that there comes a time, or this is a time, when it is extremely difficult for civil servants to condemn corruption because they are part and parcel of the corruption. You will hardly see the top leadership in the Republic of Kenya condemn corruption. And if they condemn, it is selective condemnation of corruption. Where is Africa heading? Where Kenya is included, where there is selective war against corruption, where you can only be prosecuted if you don't belong to the ruling regime. Does it make any sense when you work forward a given steps and then several, you move forward 2 steps, then you move backwards 5 steps? It does not make sense. Most people feel that the Kenyan issue, the unemployment issue, the lack of funds in education, health sector, security sector, is not a result that Kenya is poor, but Kenya is being made poor and more poorer by a few individuals who are trying to accumulate the few resources in their own hands. What is your take on the issue? Do you think Kenyan government will pronounce anything against corruption? Or have you heard the government try to fight corruption, unless if you are against the government? And actually, most people will not see it as fighting corruption because it will be seen as targeting opponents. Where on earth? Where on earth you keep quiet when resources are being looted left and right? But another important question is, if Fred Matiang'i, if Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, Justin Muturi, Martha Karua, and probably Natembeya are given this opportunity, will they mute, speak anything on corruption, or it will be just dislodging a regime and having another one perpetuating the same evils that the previous regimes were perpetuating? That is the question. Thank you, and have a blessed week ahead. Thank you so much.